is March 6th, 2018, 7:56 p.m. and I'm calling the Graduate and Professional Student Council Executive Board meeting to order. Next item on the agenda is call to the audience. Seeing no members of the audience, we will move on to review and approve the meeting minutes from February 26th, the last EB meeting. I attached a draft with the agenda, and I would like to say that our new secretary did a great job on the minutes. So if you see anything that needs corrected, now's the time.
Motion to approve.
A motion to
second.
approve and a second.
So concise.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Looks good. Yeah, I saw it.
Hearing no objections, the minutes are approved as submitted.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
It's
it's fine.
with the secretaries this
Do you have anything? We can go.
Well, it says Gaskin was present, but I
He
guess he
was.
technically was present.
Yeah, he was.
He was there
We
for
did.
Just not for the executive
5
session.
minutes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, and I was
Do
thinking.
you remember that?
No.
Okay, no, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, so
It's his phone. It's not.
the upcoming general council meeting, we discussed it at our previous executive board meeting, but I wanted to give us a chance to revisit it to make sure that we were all on the same page for the agenda. And if there is a need for an email vote in between now and then, this might be a good time to discuss that. And if we need to do that, if it's close enough now, it doesn't matter.
So that email went out about the electronic voting for travel grants.
Okay.
It went out today. I
And
haven't checked.
did someone make the motion by email?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So he did. I seconded it.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
But that didn't actually get communicated in the email. Should we communicate that in the email?
No, as long as it happens, it's
No,
fine.
it happened.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And the second thing is that how
And
will
so
I
you
get
sent
to
out the ballot?
how to get the access of that ballot, that how many people voted and
I will check right now for you.
okay, thank you.
It's
Because I don't have the access of it.
And
everybody
I
has
need
access.
to
It's
go.
on. You just need to know where to look.
Oh.
Good luck with that.
It's under
So
meeting
close.
forms.
Please.
Just
I
send
have
me the
some all.
email of
We've
that.
got 5 responses.
Yeah, it's all over to
Okay,
us.
that's cool.
We've got 5 responses. for it.
Class you talked
Um,
about Tiny Tim.
Did
Crap.
I can
What?
resend tomorrow.
did everybody see
my
the
Okay.
the agenda I said? Kind of,
Oh, you're on GC
because I sent
preliminary meeting.
sent out a agenda, and I figured that we would basically end up splitting this. Oh, it didn't get updated yet. Okay, so I have Google Drive linked on my computer, so when I update things on my computer, it should update on Google Drive. But that hasn't been updated yet, so I'll have to go through and update it. But anyways,
Where do these numbers come from? This budget for the round?
She sent me Janelle's.
so that
sent
is
me.
based on what is left over, divided by 2. Because the budget for every round was originally like 77, and because we underspent over the last 2 budgets, over 2 rounds, the budget for this.
Does that include? My concern is that the numbers that she originally sent were not correct.
The numbers that she had in September, I verified those
Okay.
myself, and then
Okay.
this number here is higher, and
Okay.
that's my understanding of why.
Okay.
But it's based on, if it's 77, then it's based on all the same budgets.
And what is? I just want to know what the percent.
It's 56%. I also verified that.
That's high.
That's actually not bad
56% of.
of applicants.
Right, 110 awards out of 196. Okay, so sorry, I had not seen the emails. I'm glad that that is And when does the vote close?
On
you said
Thursday
Thursday.
morning.
Yeah.
And Janelle, she sent me an email of
Okay,
thanking me
perfect.
for going forward with this, and so I said that okay, be ready for all the formalities that she need to do, so that she can forward the emails and the
Yeah.
funding on Thursday or maybe Friday. She said she's good to go.
Doesn't she sent another mail asking if she should inform the applicants of the decision pending the GC approval? So we tell them.
I'm fine with that.
I
was fine with her saying that, okay, well, just the GC needs to approve the money, but you should be awarded. But I mean, I guess it's up to people here. In this
really
room.
like that we used yay,
The next
as
one
in
is
like
funny.
yeah, like the Woo Girls
Hey.
yay version, as opposed to like
YEA.
which would be the vote. But then again, we're waiting on Manuel's update, so I have no reason.
I've been using yay all year. You know
I'm,
that,
I'm
right?
for. I like it. I feel like it's an enthusiastic like,
Yeah.
yay!
Yeah, that
I get
exclamation
behind
point on
this.
it, too.
Yeah, it's all capitals with the exclamation. It delivers a message, you know.
Good.
That's all I can say. So well done on that.
Yes.
Manuel would be impressed. I know that.
I think he prefers to be called by law.
Okay, we are all way too
So-
punchy for
Yeah.
sure.
Anyways,
We did
for the
too
meeting
much.
on Monday.
Brought pizza.
We should rub pizza.
That's
So-
all.
I'm hungry. That's why I'm saying let's
So,
stick to fast.
so for the meeting on Monday, we have Anand's presenting, Taylor's presenting, and I'm missing one. Was it me?
Apparently.
You tell us.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh. Josh is going to present
Oh, awesome.
on Monday about their committees. And then I've already got 3 assigned for the following week. It's going to be me, Aman, and it's going to be Ashwarya for the following week, 19th.
Do you get the ballots for the electronic votes?
Yes. Why?
I added a comment in there. I just want to bring that to your attention. So
Do I get the ballot? No, it's on the Google Drive. If you can
It's gonna
find
say
it.
something about
No one
manual.
can find.
It's under meeting
How many more
forms.
meetings do we
No one
have?
can find
It's
it.
under meeting forms,
5
okay?
million.
I'll give you a hint.
Only like 4.
Okay, so
4 or 5.
moving on to number 5, fiscal year 19 budget discussion. We can have discussion about the budget, but given the limited time, that may be
I
better
table
saved
it.
for the next meeting.
Yeah, I table it for.
Wait,
We're
before,
ending at 8:30, right?
Yeah.
did,
We're gonna try
did
We're
to-
you,
ending when we're done.
David, you
That
got,
was got the iron fist.
David, you got my email, right? Today?
Yeah.
Okay. So I went through and I kind of put in appropriations to the budget and tracking, and I also put in social marketing. Sort of what the numbers you gave me and the numbers I have for, so that's sort of the idea of that. If you
I
want,
would like to look at increasing socials budget next year, by the way.
You have to send me,
The request. I will send you that by this week.
by the way.
I know I've been behind on that.
Getting an increase in anything.
Nobody's getting inquiries. What?
An increase.
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 well, appropriations getting increased. You can't do anything about it.
Have the SSFAB
Yeah,
been
it's-
announced officially?
It's a hundred. Well, I don't know officially, but we voted last week, and it's $100,000. I told you guys it's $100,000 for REAP, 22,500 for POD. So basically a double of budgets.
That's awesome, and congratulations and good work on that, 'cause I know a lot of that is
I
done.
mean, we had a lot of money, so it didn't really do much.
Well, it helps whenever, you know, $100,000 application is submitted for
We are
certain.
Programs.
That is going to be a 0.25 FTE, so we'll be saving on that.
So do we have
More money for the.
And can we do that, the PAR, whatever it's called?
Yeah, I will find out once we decide on what we're gonna do. I'll find that out. Like, how are we gonna separate that money, change that money?
Okay, and is that pretty straightforward in, like, the request for it? Because I'm meeting with Melissa Vito, I think on Tuesday. So if it's something I should bring up to her, I can do that. If it's pretty
Is-
straightforward to the
so
committee, then I don't necessarily need to.
I think I will have. I can't do it. I think Charlotte needs to do it because she submitted the original application, and so
Okay.
basically, if you want me to do it, I can figure out how I can do it. Submit
Okay.
a PAR, but Charlotte would.
Okay.
Because it would be her
That-
account.
Just as a side note, we should look at establishing a process for that. Because ideally, program staff members should not have sole
Discretion.
discretion and authority to submit the application, amend the application, and if it's our grant, it needs to be,
Our goals.
Someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know. So that might be something to think about as far as future processes.
I mean, it might help maybe in the future just to put maybe like Carol's name on it or something on it. Just
Yeah.
have we write it, but then the person who submits it would be.
Right,
And
because
I
like,
think
if
part
I
of
had
that's
done
in the
it, then I'm
transition
not
of
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that thing, so if there needs to be an amendment or whatnot,
Mhm.
you could have a problem with that. So it makes sense to have it be somebody,
Mhm.
who continues. Okay, so next, so budget discussion, I guess we can say for now the discussion is send me your stuff. We'll look over the existing budget. If you have any questions, highlight them. And we will send out a draft of a budget before we discuss it. I have some questions, so the draft that I have right now has a bunch of things highlighted. 'Cause I don't know. Like, I don't know if we ever got bookstore money. I don't want to put in the next budget if that's not real. So some of that is
We did.
We did? When did we get it?
December.
Oh, good. Okay. The latest numbers I have is October.
Somebody sent us in December. Who said that?
I don't know. Will you send it to me? Because the last document I have is the one that you sent me from October. Because they cut me out of that so fast to make your head spin. Yeah, so if you would send me that December ones, that would be helpful. Because that might answer some of my questions.
I mean,
The sheets? The Excel sheets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the all fund.
according to
I
our
sent those to
spreadsheet,
you.
it doesn't have
I have
it.
October.
I sent you like
Listed.
November, December.
When?
Before the semester started.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I sent it to you, and I think I sent it to you.
For which one?
November, December.
I think I got from now.
Well, it hasn't been updated on the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Will you send it to me again? Because I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
But
Okay. So, budget. It's going to be a good time.
Yes.
Number 6.
I move to.
wait, before we move on from budget, I'd like to do this apparently.
Okay.
So, Amin and I have a few changes that we want to make. So, do we just email those changes? Not because it's not going to be within the committee. It's going to be just in general. Do we just email to you?
Yeah. Or if you want to give me like a quick,
Rundown.
We're
But then, yeah, if
we're
you-
talking about the operations expenses and probably increasing rep stipends.
Okay. Yeah, that's
that
on
makes
my.
more sense.
Yeah, because that's one thing that, we have to kind of do
Yeah.
the governing docs, because I would like, and I've said this before, I'd like to change the number of reps.
And then
Yeah.
pay
And then
those
also
reps
the
more.
stipends.
Mhm.
And so I have that a couple ways in the budget, the way it exists now, and what that would be, a couple options, and then my ideal version of, how many reps we would have in a couple different forms with, with an increase. But all those would need to be voted on separate from the budget. But yeah, if you have any specific ideas
Okay.
about that, let me know.
Okay.
And then I can at least add them into
Yeah.
the
Okay.
options, and we can maybe even take that forward to general council together
Okay.
and say, this is the budget, this is how it looks over here, but in order to do that, we have to, amend these things.
And I have one suggestion about rep also. Can we make any change somewhere that the rep is defined by the number of students in concerned department?
That's how it is right now.
That is how it is.
That's how it is.
By
but we are
college.
not- By college.
It's
It's
every
every
400
400 students.
Every 400 students.
But we are not deleting the numbers. Are we deleting?
That's why I
We're-
asked
we're
Dr. Gaskin last.
Going to talk about consolidating because right now the medical school, for example, has someone for pharmacy. They have someone for
Yeah.
North Campus. They have somebody like for about 5 different departments under that same college. They
Well,
have
pharmacy
different
is a separate
reps.
one, but pharmacy is divided
But-
between Pharm MD or Pharm D, so the PhD version versus
The PharmD and the Pharm PhD.
Yeah.
The MS PhD.
Yeah, because
Right.
I remember once Jessie was talking that the number of students are lesser, but the reps are more defined and it's not deleted very nicely.
Right, and that's what I asked Dr. Gaskin at the last executive board is, has that been updated? And what are you updating it off of? And I don't know why the fact book isn't accurate. I think it is. I've never heard,
But
But
other
it's
people
not?
are telling you it isn't.
well, it was like, oh, well, we're going to go by these numbers that nobody else can see. Where I would like to tie it to something that's public, that anybody can get on, U of A, find the fact book for that particular
And know
year,
that they have the
get
right
on,
amount of reps.
and I also want to use those categories. So you're a college if you're defined by that.
Yeah.
And so we're not subdividing and whatnot, and I don't think it's perfect, but I think that's better than us trying to divide and,
Mm-hmm.
so we just go with what is in the system. I know David loves when I do this, but like you tie it to something
Is it
else and we
possible
change
for
what it does.
legislative internal committee to work on it? Because we are not having anything specific going on. I think we can work on it.
You guys should be having several specific things going on, because state ledge is in session right now.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And I mean, they have some big ones on, like campus carry is going to come up again this session, which is going to be a big one.
Big.
And there are several things, but we can talk about that separately.
Mhm, mhm.
I mean, I have no problem if they
Because
want
right now nothing is happening, so I think we can do. Yeah.
You're talking to the expert on this. I wouldn't
Check it,
say
no,
there's
check
nothing.
I
Maybe
know,
on
but for me it's like
November, December,
nothing's
January
happening,
attached.
so I want to do something, so we can work on that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what
But-
I mean.
No, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, so, yeah, send me whatever you have on the budget, and David and I will.
Did you get it? Confirm you got it
I do not
before.
have it.
Check. I just sent it to her.
Check the cat
I swear
works.
to God, I sent it to you guys. It was like a.
I didn't get it.
I don't have
I
it.
will. You want me to see the whole EB? Wait, no, because apparently.
Don't do that,
It's
please.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Check check your cat mail and your cat works. Your email, both of them. I sent them both right now.
Send it to my Gmail. That's the university's.
I just
approved me.
sent
No, I have
it.
it. I have it right now. I just got it. I got it.
Good.
2 attachments.
Yes.
We're in business.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So number 6 is fiscal year 19 support staff discussions.
I move to enter executive session.
Second.
I have a motion
Jeez.
and a second to enter into executive session.
Yay! Exclamation point.
All the
Nay,
all the
exclamation
yays.
Yay!
Unanimous yays. I mean
I'm
yays. And so we are now
Yays.
entering into executive session.
Wait.
Things you never live down in this place.
Okay, and
Motion to table the rest of this.
I have a motion to table the remaining items on the agenda.
I second.
I have a second.
It's like you didn't even.
Anon seconded that one.
Oh, he did? I didn't
Yeah.
listen. Okay, I third.
He speaks so quiet.
Motion
I
to
third.
adjourn.
This is what happens when you don't
I
sit next to
second.
me. Nobody here.
Hearing no objections, motion passes.
And
Call
We
we
are
adjourn.
adjourned at 8:51 p.m.
alright.
And to
so-
all a good night.
Okay, so then now I stop streaming.
Today was a very good and